Hi folks, Quill18 here, bringing you another League of Legends commentary slash tutorial. This time I'll be playing as Nasus, and as a special treat, I'm going to be playing this game with one of my subscribers here, Zuid, Xuid, who will be playing Shaco. This is actually our second game together, and the second as this pairing. The first one didn't go over very great because I was still learning Nasus, and I think early on I'd pushed for an ambush from the bush, you know, how people do, and it really didn't work out, and I think it all went downhill from there. A big part of it is just I don't know this character too much, and so we have a little discussion at the beginning here about being more cautious, and Zuid replies that he's quite happy to harass with knives, and I think, okay, there we go. Maybe that's more his style, and frankly, maybe that should be more my style with Nasus. In fact, there are very few characters that I'm happy doing the bush ambush with, so I think in general I should probably play it slightly more cautiously. I just don't like the variance of it. I mean, sure, sometimes you get lucky, but sometimes you get unlucky, and a lot of it does come down to just that. You know, maybe with the right combination of the heroes, right combination of summoner spells, something, but I don't know. Didn't work last time, so this time we're going to play a little bit more cautiously. And frankly, it works out really nicely with Nasus, because while I do get his Q ability, the Siphoning Strike first, his Soulfire, on his E, is so good at farming mobs that really that's all you need to worry about with Nasus. If you can get some last hits in with your Q and then max out your Soulfire ability, you will rake in so much money. It's just ridiculous. You can defend a lane for as long as you want. You're pretty good at pushing a lane, although you'll see in this game we have a little bit of difficulty on that because we are two essentially melee characters up against two ranged characters. And luckily, Shaco has his knives, and I do have my Soulfire, so we are able to do some action, but we do spend most of the start of this game pinned to our tower. That being said, if it wasn't for our abilities, not only would we be pinned to our tower, but we'd lose our tower early on and not be able to get any last hits at all. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to hide in the bushes so they can't just range target me too much, and then I want to pop out and get a last hit in with my Q ability to try to charge that up. So in case you don't know what it is, the Q ability works like many others where you hit it and then on your next attack it deals extra damage. By itself it doesn't necessarily deal a ton of damage, but what it does do is every time you kill something with it, it gets charged up and will do more damage. So it does an extra 2 damage every time you use it to kill something. So by the end of the game, you know, if it's a game where you've last hit, I don't know, 150 minions, and you were able to kill maybe 2/3 of those with your Q ability, it'll do an extra couple hundred damage, and that is nothing to sneeze at, especially since at the max rank it's on a 5-second cooldown, highly spammable. But so I get my Q ability first, so I can start doing the last hits right away. But then I worry primarily about maxing out my Soulfire. Wither I get at level 3, and then I leave it as a rank 1 power for as long as possible, because Wither is very good. It allows you to slow someone down from ranged, but I don't find that getting the extra ranks in it are especially critical. One of the other things I want to point out about Zuid here, who's playing the Shaco, is he was very good about suggesting heroes to focus fire on. He would announce, you know, Ashe target first or something like that, which I think is a great idea, and I'm certainly going to try to steal that as much as possible going forward if I remember. You know, just so that you've got a plan about maybe who to harass more, and if you get in a group fight, who to focus fire on. Generally speaking, I just go after opportunity targets, but taking this route means that you can hopefully deny someone more last hitting opportunities, maybe send them home quicker so they get less experience points, and of course, all importantly, you want to be able to focus fire in a group fight. So that was just awesome. Of course, I'm the one who ends up having to go home first because I have taken a fair amount of damage, but I'm able to come back with 3 items as part of my Aegis of Legion, which is I think a great item in general, definitely something I like having on tanks because it's so key to have someone with that item when you start getting involved in group fights. And it does make the person holding it sort of automatically tougher because he's always got that bonus. So it's great. Plus our team here, it's 4 people who are physical DPS and only 1 caster, so the extra plus 10 damage from that, obviously, very, very nice. So I've come back from my little trip here, and I'm ready to start harassing some more. Or be harassed, as the case may be, because there's certainly a lot of pressure from these ranged people, and I am exposing myself a lot. There you can see Shaco moves forward. He's trying to get that crit opener on Ashe, keeping up that harass on her, which I think is just brilliant. Mostly what I'm concentrating on here is trying to find good opportunities to Soulfire, ideally hitting the heroes, but also just keeping the minion wave down. So you can see, obviously, 2 ranged against 2 melee. We have been pinned to our tower most of the game, but our tower actually hasn't been touched, and in part of that is because of, I think, the Soulfire's ability to keep down a crowd. Well, she fires her ultimate, Ashe that is, but they're not really able to follow through with it, even though Shaco's quite low. I think he's going to be forced to go home at this point. Yep, he's teleporting home, and I'm just going to be defending this lane. At this point I'm mentioning there's only one person at the bottom. I don't know where Nidalee has gone. Although I do run into one of our traps just then, which sucks. So Zuid has marked Ashe. He's going to try to go in there and open up on her. Okay, I exhaust her while he's hitting her from behind, and he gets that opening crit. And we easily take her down. Oh, Nidalee shows up. I got to be careful. I was low health. Luckily, I didn't let that chicken me out too much from going after Ashe. It's all too often a problem. Although the only thing I really had to do for the kill is to exhaust. Now we're going to try to take her out. She grabs me, although luckily Zuid, I believe, is he going to be able to get her with a throw, maybe? Get her, get her, get her, avenge me, avenge me. Yes! He gets her down. Whew! So it does suck for me to die, and it does suck for me to die to one of their possible carry characters. On the bright side, it does mean that our Shaco gets the extra kill, and it's never a bad thing to have a fed Shaco on your own team. So once I get back to life, I decide to circle around and try to help middle get a kill. Normally they had a Tristana on Tristana battle, but their Poppy has just moved in here, I think maybe to, while Tristana was off. And actually it looks like Poppy's going to make a move here, which is just works out badly. I wither her to slow her down. Oh, that's why she tries to make a move, because their Tristana was coming behind. Can we kill Poppy? She's got a dot on her. No, she's not going to die. Oh, our Tristana almost dies. Blows a heal. Are we able to get their Tristana? No, not quite. We're forced back. So it looked like we were definitely going to get a kill, and then we weren't, and then it looked like we were going to die, and then we didn't. Overall, though, I think we came out ahead in this, since they are both significantly weakened, and we're going to be able to take a few whacks at their tower. I'm not going to plan on sticking around too long, because I don't want to deny our Tristana, our carry, one of our carry-type characters, the extra XP. Oh, their Tristana bounces in. That's kind of odd. Did she think she could kill me? I don't think so. Looks like, oh yeah, their tower's almost dead. Ooh, Ashe throws a stunning arrow from the bottom lane, but it doesn't really do anything since there's nothing else going on. We do take out that turret, and I think I'm going to go home. Yep. We both decided it's time to teleport home. Our job done. We've got one tower down. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the bottom here. It looks like the bottom lane's been pushed back quite a bit. 2 ranged against 1 melee is tough, and we're going to lose that bottom tower. So an eye for an eye, although all being told, I think I'm quite a bit happier having taken out the middle. Gives us a little bit more map control. So what's up? Well, I'm going to try to go back down to the bottom lane. They're fighting the clone down there. Hopefully wasting a lot of mana and maybe some cooldowns and trying to kill it. While Zuid sits up here happily at full health. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to try to come around the side. I do mention a gank bot, and we do some map pings. Maybe we'll be able to get Tristana to help. And what happens here? Well, their Nidalee, who's very smart, throws a trap in the bushes, and now she can see me. So I say hi. She throws her spear. Well, there goes our gank idea. But we're still going to try to put some forward pressure on, maybe. They're very careful about backing up. But look, our Tristana's coming up behind them. Are we going to be able to pull something off here? Our Tristana jumps in, throws a shot at the Nidalee. Nidalee's in the bush, though. It's hard to carry up. We're going to hit Ashe a couple times. I slow her down. Nidalee comes in behind. I'm chasing Ashe, keeping her away from the fight, while they 2-on-1 Nidalee. Easily took her down, although here's Poppy. I don't know where she targeted with her super. Oh, she targeted Tristana and is able to finish her off because she's next to the wall. But now it's going to be 2-on-1 against Poppy. I blow my ultimate just to get a little bit more damage on Poppy, and she goes down. And here I come. I might still be able to use some of the lifesteal bonus to harass or take down the turret. No, it looks like we didn't get much done. Still, there's 2 of us on just Ashe. We're in pretty good position to maybe